are our greatest weapon of all.
First step in solving any problem is recognizing there is one.
It's time we started fresh. Pain isn't something we felt.
All we can ever do for our heroes is remember them, and they gave up two lives, the one they were living and the one they would have lived. They gave up everything for our country, for us. They pray for freedom and justice.
Some veterans not getting the timely care that they need. Less than 1% of Americans serving in uniform. Good news is that in recent years we've made historic investments to boost the VA budget.
What is it? Why should we care?
We should care about press freedom
because we were informed.
In democratic societies, free, diverse, and pluralist media enable public debates and are essential checks
You don't
on
look
power.
satisfied. Let's discuss.
Hey guys, welcome to Wet to Wet podcast, new episode, DoD and the VA disability benefits. If it's your first time listening, then thanks for coming.
Appreciate it.
So today we are talking about the major differences between DoD and VA disability benefits. So let's go into the topic.
Yeah. So here's some important differences between DoD disability retirement benefits and VA disability benefits. Understanding these differences may help you sort out the benefits puzzle, which will definitely confuse a lot of us. DoD permanent disability ratings do not change after they have been made, while VA disability ratings can change over time. Thus, if the DoD rates you for an injury at 30% and places you on permanent disability rating list, the rating will remain at 30% the rest of your life. Conversely, if the VA rates the same injury at 30% and 10 years goes down the road, they may decide to change your rating to 20% or less should they believe your condition is improved. DoD disability compensation is calculated based upon your service time, rank, and disability rating. VA disability ratings are based entirely upon the severity of the injury. DoD disability ratings are given only for conditions occurring from the injury a service member is claiming, while the VA will take your entire medical condition as a whole into consideration in making a rating decision. Thus, if a service member has several injuries, but only one of those injuries brings him before the PED for a DoD disability determination, only that injury will be considered in determining his percentage of disability. However, if the VA was to examine the very same individual, they would take into account all of the person's injuries in making their total disability rating. If your disability rating is between 30 and 50%, you will be eligible for healthcare with military disability retirement benefits, but may have a lower priority for VA healthcare benefits, because you'll need a 50 or higher disability rating to get the highest priority for VA healthcare. The amount of any disability severance pay received from the DoD will be deducted from any later award VA benefits for the same disability unless your disability was incurred in the line of duty in a combat zone or from duty in a combat-related event. This means that if you receive $10,000 in disability severance pay from a physical disability and you're later awarded VA benefits for the same physical disability, the VA will withhold those benefits each month until the $10,000 disability severance pay is recouped. So for example, $1,000 a month in VA benefits is awarded, you will not receive your first VA benefit until 10 months have passed and the $10,000 disability severance is recouped. If you are a low-ranking service member, you might get less from the military retirement disability than from the VA because the military benefit is based in part on rank. Again, each agency has its own rating system, so you can receive a different rating from the VA than you did from the DoD, but it is unlikely you will get a lower rating from the VA than the one you got from the DoD. Social Security uses yet another set of standards. You must be found totally disabled to qualify there.
So, one of the questions would be which system is faster, and there are several factors that play a role in how long the process will take, including such things as
the nature of the injury, the amount and quality of evidence to support your claim, the backlog of cases that the VA or the DoD is dealing with, and the number of times your claim is denied or appealed. In 2006, the VA reported that it took an average of 196 days to get a first decision, but this process can stretch out several years if your claim is denied and appealed numerous times. The initial DoD process is often even longer than the VA process because service members are usually placed on the temporary disabled list first. You can remain on that list up to 5 years before final determination is made. So the VA may be a faster way to get a disability rating, but also keep in mind that if you are ultimately successful, the DoD or the VA will pay you back pay from the time you incurred the injury or left service respectively. Generally speaking, we do not advise you to pick a program based on how long you think it will take. Instead, start with the benefit that you think fits your situation best. You may want to ignore this advice only if your primary criteria is getting benefits flowing as soon as possible. And keep in mind with DoD, once you're out, you're out. So if DoD didn't pay you, well, you ain't getting it.
So can I get both DoD disability, retirement, and VA disability benefits?
Yeah, sometimes. In the past, there was an absolute bar, and veterans could not receive both the full amount of the VA disability benefit and the full amount of the military retirement pay. Today, that bar doesn't always apply. So for retirees, veterans with at least 20 years of service and 100%. So with retirees, veterans with at least 20 years of service and 100% service-connected rating are entitled to receive their full VA disability benefit and their full military retirement. And this has been the case since 2005. Retired veterans with at least 20 years of service who are totally disabled due to individual unemployability are entitled to receive their full VA disability benefit and their full military retirement pay as well. Congress made this exception fully applicable in January 2008. And it was retroactive to December 31st, 2004. Retired veterans with at least 20 years of service and a service-connected rating between 50 and 90 are entitled to receive their full VA disability benefit and their full military retirement pay. This has been the case since December 31st, 2013. Veterans with at least 20 years of service or a disability incurred in the line of duty and a VA disability rating of at least 10 may be entitled to both. These are complicated rules and you should seek advice if this is your situation because you're going to want to try to separate them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it, guys, for this podcast. So do you have any great movie you want to recommend?
Adam Alter wrote a book about irresistible technology and how they keep us addicted to it. And so you should definitely check that out, especially if you're ever into any of those little apps on your phone.
Mm-hmm. I am. And quote or words of wisdom of the day.
Don't fire unless fired upon, but if they mean to have a war, let it begin here.
Said by Captain John Parker in 1775.
Yeah.
That's it, folks. Thanks for listening. Until next time, over and out.